Hello, hello, hello. You know I can't see too good. Oh well. Hi, this is Iyabo. It's nice to be live on Facebook Live. Today is day 12 of the Go Live Every Day in August challenge that my buddy Lou Bortone issued, and I am working it out. It's crazy. It's hard, but then it's not. Once you make a commitment, you just make the commitment. Whatever the day brings, the day brings. So we have been discussing leadership factors and emotional intelligence, and it's interesting to me today that the component of emotional intelligence that we're going to speak on is called emotional expression. It is a component of, there are 5 components of emotional intelligence, and each component has 3 components. So the emotional intelligence larger component of self-expression, how you express yourself, is what we're talking about today. And so today, specifically, emotional expression is defined as relating to your willingness and tendency to share, to communicate, and to be reasonably transparent with your feelings. And the reason it's important is that you have to communicate what it is that you want, who you are, what your values are, and you have to let the whole world know. Sometimes it's a factor of your body language. Sometimes it's your words. Sometimes it's your writing. It can be a myriad of things, right? And so today I want to give an example of emotional expression. The hot button item on the news today is this riot in Charlottesville, Virginia, at the University of Virginia, where there was a rally, and it's a white supremacist rally. I happen to feel a lot emotional about this, to be honest, because I have friends, dear friends, who are pastors that went down there to march against the violent protesters. And the world that I come out of, my seminary, my progressive leanings, is that this is a racist group that we're marching against. And life is funny. There are always all these major problems that we're dealing with, and that's fine. But me, I've been particularly gifted to try and get to the core of things. And so I feel the core issue here has a lot to do with entitlement and feeling that there isn't enough room at the table. And I made a Facebook post, and I talked about there not being enough room at the table. And this evening I'll be preaching at my church, and this is part of what we're going to be talking about: belovedness, and knowing that just as we are, we're enough. Our belovedness does not come out of our gender, our race, our position in society, our sense of entitlement. It is none of that. Our belovedness comes from the fact that we have value just because we breathe, and nobody else has the right to tell you you don't have value. And me asserting the right to my value does not negate that you have value as well. Do you understand that? And so your self-expression is an expression of your value to the planet. And this is an important thing, because for some women, especially, we're taught to cow down. Taylor Swift was in the news this week about how she responded during this trial she was in to someone who was making accusations against her. And she was being asked to feel sorry for someone who was threatening her, and she did not back down off of that, because she has a strong sense of self-expression. She knows who she is, she's real clear, and she was transparent in putting it out there. And so my challenge to you today is to ask you, what is it about your self-expression that you're hiding? For instance, I'm a writer, I write, but I haven't published a lot of stuff. I'm good about doing it for my coaching, but I could do a lot more with being that, having that self-expression go forth. Part of my doing these videos every month in the month of August is part of my self-expression. What is your self-expression? What are you hiding behind? What do you need to put out there? What are the values that you so strongly believe in that you want to put out there? Just like I spoke against racism and the alt-right group and the KKK and folks that think that this country, you know, it's interesting to me, they're saying blood and soil. This is not their soil. No, it belongs to Native Americans. We're all guests. All of us, we got here differently, but we're guests. And that needs to be said. So that's my self-expression for the day. What's yours? Thank you for listening. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.